Hello everyone, hi there, good morning, whatever time you're watching me. My name is Terry and I am a counseling psychologist, and I'm so passionate about breaking the silence around mental health, especially here in Kenya. In this vlog, I want to talk about something very real, something we often see but rarely name it: depression. Yes, you heard me right. Depression. But I'm not going to talk about just in clinical terms. I am talking about what depression really looks like in Kenyan homes. Because here, depression doesn't always show up as someone crying in bed or saying I am sad. It shows up in the little things. For example, the silence. We got issues like anger, sudden withdrawal, the weight that people carry quietly behind closed doors, and we don't talk about it. What we think depression looks like sometimes is not. For example, when people hear the word depression, they imagine someone is locked up in a room, crying endlessly, and wearing black. Yes, I am not disputing that. That can be part of it. But in Kenya, depression often wears a different face. It's the woman who wakes up very early every day to cook and clean, but has not smiled genuinely in months. It's the man who provides for his family but drinks every evening just to catch a sleep. It's the student who jokes in the group chats but cries quietly in the hostel at night. What depression really looks like in Kenyan homes. It presents itself with silence. It presents itself with a lot of silence. Depression looks like someone who used to be loud and joyful, now always in their room, no energy to talk, but just silence. We also have issues like anger and irritability. It looks like a father who snaps at almost everything, who used to be kind, now constantly irritated for no apparent reason or because of very small issues. Depression in men always hides as anger. You could also have it presented in somebody through overworking. Looks like a woman who never stops things like cleaning, who never stops moving, cooking, volunteering in so many activities, because if she stops, the sadness will catch up with her. We also have spiritual disconnection. It looks like that churchgoer who no longer prays like before, but is too afraid to admit they feel numb. So they just fake joy. They perform happiness for the sake of it. We also have withdrawing from joy. It looks like someone who stops doing the things they once loved. For example, they stop listening to music, they stopped church activities, or even talking to friends. That is depression. Why does depression go unnoticed in Kenya? It's because we don't recognize it in the first place. Our culture doesn't give us emotional vocabulary to use. We know how to say niko tu, nimeboeka. We know how to say ni sawa tu instead of saying I feel numb. We know how to say nimechoka, but not I am emotionally drained. You see, in the African culture, when someone is depressed, they are told to pray harder, they are told to fast, or they are told to stop overreacting over very small things. And the result? More shame, more silence, and people will suffer more because of depression in silence. So we wear masks as Africans when it comes to depression. We pretend, we say I am fine, while quietly you're breaking inside of you. If this video resonates with you, kindly share with someone who might be going through depression and doesn't know how to describe it. Share, like, comment for more videos. Thank you so much for listening. Bye, until next time.